Hello guys, in this video I would like to explain about hypothesis testing in SPSS. That is a special package for social sciences in which you can do a lot of statistical analysis starting from beginner, from very beginning, from uh, like calculating mean variance standard deviation to high, to complex modeling. You can see if you want to Google it, just Google this by you can just write here SPSS software. That's okay, it's good. So you can see this basis statistics as a statistical software suite developed by IBM for data management, advanced analytics, multivariate analysis, business intelligence, and criminal investigation. So you can do a lot of things with this software. Uh, you can do many things with this software. You start, you can do um, okay, let me do this in another way. You can do some basic analysis, from basic analysis to, okay, this one, from basic analysis to advanced analysis and modeling. You can do in the software very easily by just this is not like the command language, so this is very user friendly, and mostly this is useful um, for social sciences, as it's reflect from the name that uh, special package for social sciences, that is SPSS stand for. So that's mean like the students or the researcher or the faculty member who are from social sciences like economics and psychology and related fields, they can get the benefit of this software for their analysis. Many statistical analysis you can do in this software. So this is all about this. You can Google this and you can see if you want to know detail about this. But in today's videos, I would like to explain about hypothesis testing in SPSS, and this is specially focused on one sample t-test because the sample size is small and the variance or the standard deviation of the population is unknown. That sigma mean population standard deviation, which is unknown, and small sample size. We have done three videos about hypothesis, definition of hypothesis, and various examples from the real life, and then general procedure of hypothesis testing. And the third one was about calculating rejection region in hypothesis testing. So if you don't know about these concepts, you just go to the links which is given in the description of this video. You should know about those concepts before jumping into the SPSS. So now let's proceed that how we can do hypothesis testing in SPSS with this particular assumption: small sample size and unknown population standard deviation. So let's click and see how we can open SPSS. Yeah, you can write here. I have opened already, so this is mentioned here, but you can write here in this search box and you will see that is on the top. Just click on this and you will open this. And by the way, if you have not installed this, you need to install this software first. Then you can see this when you are searching. So you need to install it. Okay, so this is open now, and there's a lot of huge menu. There's a lot of options. So file, which is normally like in the other software, new, open database, and so on. You can just go through this. Edit mean undo. This menu has undo, redo, and a lot of things. Views, yes, a lot of option. Data, that is very important for us who are working with the SPSS. You can do a lot of options. Transform, that's you need to, you can if you want to transform the data, just go and you can do this transformation of the data in this option. Analyze, that's very important for us, and we will do most of the thing in this because a lot of option: reports, descriptive, statistic, custom tables and compare means and so on many, and you can explore these options as well. So the basic purpose today is hypothesis testing. So for that purpose you need to have the data, and data you can just write the data here as well, just writing 3 4 5 and so on. You can do in this way as well if you have data. And the other way is you can import the data from other software. Like I have data in Microsoft Excel, like I have this problem 2 data and I would like to define problem 2, what is problem 2, and then we can develop the hypothesis. And after developing the hypothesis we will come back to SPSS, that how we can solve this problem in SPSS. So this is problem 2, and just remember that I will show you the title of this book if you want to know this book. So this was on page 417. The title of this book is Sheldon M. Ross is the author of this book, and Introductory Statistics, third edition. So if you want to know, you can just download this book or just see online this book. It's important for beginner in statistics, particularly in the social sciences. So you can go and do this. I just go back to 417 page. Okay, problem 2, 417. Okay, problem 2 now. Let's state the problem. A fast food establishment has been averaging about $2,000 of business for weekday. To see whether business is changing due to the deteriorating economy, which may or may not be good for the fast food industry. We don't know about whether it is good or not. Okay, management has decided to carefully study the figures for the next 8 days. Suppose the figures are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for the next 8 days, they have this income, like they have been averaging this for a weekday, and this is for the next 8 weekdays. Okay, so this is the averaging value, by the way. And so what is now the questions are, what are the null and alternative hypotheses? This is very important. You need to develop the hypothesis correctly. If you don't, you cannot solve it then. That's important, and that the information you can get from the statement of the problem. Are the data significant enough at the 5% level to provide that the change has occurred? So this means that the change has occurred. It is not equal to 2000. I will do this in the to formulate the hypothesis. What about the 1% level? So this means that this is at 5% level, and the same which has given in B, part B, we need to do in part C with 1% level of significance. We have done videos on the hypothesis procedure. So there is, it is mentioned what is meant by level of significance. So you can go there to the link in the description of this video to see there. Okay, now what is the null hypothesis? That's important. Part A. A fast food establishment has been averaging about $2,000 of business per weekday. So this is now, you can get the information there. This is the null hypothesis there. The average, whatever it is, business, the average business is $22,000 per weekday. And you know that, let's write here. Okay, the null hypothesis in this case, in this problem, should be the average business per weekday is $2,000. Okay, and you remember that we have learned that the null hypothesis, the alternative hypothesis, that should be remove this. That is, mu is not equal to $2,000. Remember, this is the hypothesis. You can guess this from this information. Okay, and you should know that the rival hypothesis, the alternate hypothesis, should be the opposite to this hypothesis. maybe you don't have the information about both, maybe you have the information about one, you can develop the other because the other one is totally opposite to the given hypothesis, whether it is the given is null or alternative. So we have this is given, so we have developed this. If you don't know how to construct these hypotheses, you just go to the link and see the videos about the hypothesis which we have made previously. So we have developed the hypothesis. This is okay. This problem has been solved. Now all the data significant enough at the 5% level to provide that the changes has occurred. So we need to do this and SPSS. I will do this manually as well so that you have the understanding how the things work. So now I have data in Microsoft Excel. I need to import this data first. So for importing data, you need to go to data, not data, you need to go to file, open, and you can see there's various options like data. So this means open, data, file, open, and data. And then you need to navigate to the folder where you have the data. So let me think about the data where it is in E. Okay, no, here. Okay, let me see this. Where's my data? Okay, my data is not in C, by the way, my data is in E. So here, go to this, in 2025. You need to go to your folder, by the way. I'm just on the way to the folder. Hypothesis testing in SPSS. And this show there is no file because that's mentioned. The file type should be SPSS statistic. This is mentioned, but you can change it. Just click on this and just click on the file you have. I have an Excel file, and you can see now the file is here. Let's open it. Okay. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, I need this one. I have the data. This data is wrong actually. Yes, I need to save this data. I think that data is wrong. I don't need that data. Actually, I should do the things very carefully. I need to close this as well. And I need, okay. And I need to delete this as well because this is not, okay. So now again do the same. Where this piece is. Okay, now again, go to the file, open data, and navigate to the folder. Okay, the same. I'm already in that one. You know already how to navigate. Excel, you have this problem data now. And okay, so you need to follow this procedure. Yeah, now I have the correct data, by the way. You need to close this one. Okay, now I have correct data. So how to do this in SPSS? What are given in the problem? You need to know about the value of the null hypothesis, that is 2000, and you have the data. You need this data, and you need 5%. That's a level of significance. That is 5% here, and that is 1% here. So you need to do this 2 times 1.5%, and once for 1%, and you don't have sigma. That is unknown. That is the condition in this case in today lecture. Go to the analyze and then compare means, and then just go to one sample t-test, and this is the data. You need to click on this to put in this window because you will test from here, not from here. Now you need to go to the option and see that is 95%. That means we have 5% level of significance here. That's okay. Continue, And remember, you need to put the value of the null hypothesis here about which value you are testing. So that is 2000, not 2200. 2000, that is given here. You should know that we have formulated our null hypothesis, so the value of mu. Now just click on this and you will see what is happening. Oh, that's great. You have now the output from SPSS. Just look at this. The t value is the test statistic value is there is some information that is sample size is 8, mean is this one from the sample data, standard deviation is this one. Okay, and this is now one sample t test. You can see t, the value of test statistic is 1.924 degree of freedom, that is n minus 17, and significance, that's true tail test. As you know that this is true tail test because this is not equal to, if this is greater than or smaller than this will, then this can be one sample test or one tail test. So you can see that the significance level, this is p value, by the way, p value is greater than 0.05. So in this case we accept the null hypothesis and we conclude that we accept the null hypothesis and we conclude that the change has not been occurred. So you can interpret the result from here that at 5% level of significance, the data provides sufficient information that the change has not been occurred because the value, we accept the null hypothesis, this hypothesis. That means this one, not this one. So this is at 9%, 95% level of significance. Now let's do it with the 1% level of significance, which is the third part of this question. Just look at this one. What about at the 1% level? Just let's go back and try this again. The same thing, go to the analyze, compare sample mean, and then one sample test. Remember that you have the mean value, the test value, that is null hypothesis value is similar. You need to change this to 1%. That means 99 here. That's okay. So now let's do this and then we will see what's happening to the result. So this is now the new test with the, okay, the new test. Just look, the test statistic value is similar and the p value is similar. I don't understand why this should be okay. 0.99, this is okay, and this is 0.95. Yeah, okay, this can be okay, it's no problem. So this is okay, and now this is the same, and this is now one sample t test. The value of test statistic is similar. Of course, this should be similar. Degree of freedom is similar. Significance level is 0.96. So this is same. Yeah, of course, this is the p value. This is not the. This should be similar. Of course, we cannot change this. Again, we can say that the p value is greater than or equal to 0.01 because in this case the p value, the alpha value, the significance level is 0.01. So that is greater than this, and this was also greater than 0.05 because in this case we have used alpha, the significance level, that was 0.05. In this case it is greater than 0.01. So again the same conclusion, that we have accepted the null hypothesis because this value is greater than 0.05, and we conclude that the change has not been occurred at 1% level as well. So this is all about hypothesis testing in SPSS, and I will do a separate video because there are two concepts of hypothesis testing. One is by comparing the p values with the significance level, and the other is to calculate the value of test statistic and compare separately. I will do this, and I think this is enough for today. If you have any problem, please write me in the comment box and I will try to respond to that as soon as possible. So thank you very much and see you in the next video. Ciao.